Rob, you've just come up just short there, but a lot of positives I'd imagine you take from today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we were aware going into the game we made a lot of changes, 10 or 11 changes, and we had several guys who would obviously be lacking a bit of game time. That said, you know, I think we have the quality of personnel out there, and with a little bit more accuracy, and just a little bit of just not a couple of switch-off moments that we had. And I've just said to the guys, I think, you know, we've got a little bit of a habit of going a bit soft after we get a lead, and it happened again today. You know, we score a try, we concede a line break, we get back on our line. I kind of thought we didn't really react to a couple of turnovers very well, and all of a sudden we go from us creating the pressure on Glasgow and dealing with the game very well and having some good tempo to the game slowly getting clawed away from us again. And that's our issue. That's what we've got to deal with. I just said to the guys, you know, we didn't lose the game in the last 10 minutes, the last 20 minutes. You know, we lost the game when we get a lead and then we give it up. You know, or we give up a try very quickly, and it's a bit of a habit we're in, and we've got to snap out of it. You know, a refocus after we score about recreating the next piece of pressure and being very accurate in what we do, particularly defensively, is massively important for us. And that's what we'll focus on this week. But I said to the guys before this 4-week period that we were going to use the 4 weeks to work on a few things, and some of the things we would do would be around refreshing the squad and make sure we used our squad and we tried some combinations. And you know, there was a lot of places up for grabs, so I wanted to put 15 very tough, very competitive, very focused guys on the pitch against Northampton, and that's still the case. I think, they're fantastic things for today. Guys like Luke Cowan-Dickey, you know, first start, and it's in a Heineken Cup game against opposition who want to be very, very good in the Heineken Cup, and he came through very, very well. You know, Lloyd Fairbrother's got his first taste of, you know, Heineken Cup rugby as a tight head prop. You know, there's some fantastic things. Sorelli's got some good game time. James Scaiswick has got some good game time. I thought Kai Horseman was very good today. You know, and I just think, you know, those are the kind of thing. You know, Henry Slade getting more game time. Dave Lewis was very good for quite a large part of the game. You know, there's a lot of positives. You know, Matt Jess back playing. You know, Vinocola playing. You know, Carl Rimmer playing. You know, Alex Brown starting. You know, you can kind of go on and on with what happened out there today. And as I said, we've come up 5 points short in a tough Heineken Cup game with a team that came into it rested from last week because of the game off, and selecting their full choice team. You know, so you know it's one of those things. You can be disappointed to lose, because I thought we had opportunities to win. You know, we were pressurising for a win right to the end of the game, but we've come up a little short. And like I say, I'm a big picture guy. I'm not kind of a panicky type guy. I know we've lost a few games recently, but again, you know, we're in the Heineken Cup. We're not. This is only one score as well. That's right. It's one score, and it's not a. You know, we're not talking. We're not saying we're out there competing in a low, you know, third division competition. It's as good as it gets in Europe, and I say it's a bit like us. We're going okay. What I want us to do is go beyond okay, and that's going to be our focus running into the end of the season. In terms of Cardiff next week, how do you look to that now? Well, very similar. You know, we'll select a side based on what we want to achieve. I mean, it's rubber crumb, so we know it's going to be fast and loose, which probably might suit us a little bit. So listen, don't get me wrong, we're going to go up there, we're going to look to score tries, we're going to look to play with real tempo. That's what the rubber crumb's about. You've got to do that on those kind of pitches. You know, they're not really, you don't really grind out a defensive performance on them. You know, there's going to be a bit of ball in play time, and you just got to get on with it. So we'll be very enthusiastic about next week. You know, going to Cardiff in the Heineken Cup is a great fixture, and as I said, you know, today's result doesn't change very much for us in the bigger picture of things, and I think we've gained a lot of positives from the guys who played today. As you said, you're going to use this next month to really focus thoughts towards what is going to be a massive Premiership block, isn't it? That's right, and I think we've taken a good step today. You know, if we'd have made 11 changes and we'd have forced to try in that last passage of play, we'd have been sitting here going, well, what fantastic strength. We've come through a Premiership game that, in all intents and purposes, we probably should have won, and then we might have just scraped a Heineken Cup fixture against the Glasgow team going full on. So, you know, I'm there for the positives, and there were a lot of positives today. Brilliant. Thank you.